And I'm live. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Christmas Eve live stream. I'm your host, Frank Ireland, aka I Want My TV Now, aka Chief Birdie Rules, wherever you're watching this on. I'm trying this on Twitter for the first time because they were like, oh, we got Twitter now. So hopefully that'd be cool. Someone's tuning in from Twitter. Hello, Twitter people. Wow, it's Christmas Eve already. I've been doing these streams for almost actually a whole year now because last Christmas Eve I sort of started it with Sarah. So that's wild. So yeah, I've been doing these live streams for like a whole year now. That's wild. That's wild. So yeah, first things first, I want to talk about Aquaman 2. Let's talk about Aquaman 2. Just seen it the other day, and I liked it. Didn't love it, but I liked it. Hello, Jacob Dreamworks. Hello, Jacob Dreamworks. Hello. So anyway, yes, I saw Aquaman 2, and I liked it. Didn't love it, but I liked it. It took a while to get started. Like they had to introduce everything and reintroduce everybody, and that took a while. And then there was like a scene that I didn't like. It felt like a reshoot, like generally like a reshoot because it felt all bright and colorful. And then like maybe 10 minutes later, a similar scene happened. I was like, what happened? What's going on here? So the scene I'm talking about is Aquaman and his dad are sitting on the couch and they're talking about, like, oh yeah, it must have been easy for you to be a dad. And then the little baby has like these little waves coming out of his head and he's talking to the fish tank and Aquaman's all happy, like, yay, my son's talking to the fish. But like, if you think about it, like we know this. We know that the baby's probably got Aquaman powers, but it felt like they put that in there for people who didn't understand. Because 5-10 minutes later, a very similar scene happens where Aquaman and his dad are sitting at the table, and it's shot like a James Wan movie. It's shot like, dark and normal. It's not bright and colorful like a reshoot. And I'm like, why did they have two scenes here? What's going on here? And I was like, oh, that's right, the audience. They got to spell it out to the audience so they understand and whatnot. And the thing that was funny to me as I was watching this movie, I forgot that freaking what's his face? Dolph Lundgren was in it. So when he shows up, I was like, oh shit, Dolph Lundgren's in this movie. That's right. I remember now. I forgot to put a little lights on. So I'm gonna put my lights on. Might be a bit a distraction, but I'll put them on. And then let's see. Oh my god, they played like Born to Be Wild several times. And then they played Creedence Clearwater several times, which cracked me up. I was like, who's putting these needle drops in me? What's going on here? That's hilarious. And then Patrick Wilson, of course, he's great. He's the greatest. Patrick Wilson is like a leading man. He's my Ed Warren. It's good to see him working. He honestly should be a leading man. I want him to see, I want to see him in more movies. Hi, Whitney. Hi, Frank. Love you so much. Thank you for my gift. Still crying. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Whitney, today's Christmas episode is sponsored by Whitney Kibler, who gave me this Chia Pet, Indiana Jones Chia Pet, as you can see here. So this episode and all the future episodes are sponsored by Whitney Kibler. So thank you, Whitney. T. Hamill, friend of the show. Oh my God, I should talk about this. Oh my God, I forgot to write this down because it's been like 2 weeks or now. So T. Hamill, friend of the show, surprised me with like the greatest Christmas gift I could ever receive. So like first I get his Christmas card, right? And that's great. And then like 3 days later, maybe 5 days later, I get this package in the mail. I'm like, I might hold this off until Christmas. But then like a day or two later, I'm like, I better open it and let him know that I got it. And it had me worried because it was like heavy and it was like a poster tube. So I was like, oh God, what's in this thing? And I open it up. And like immediately, like the tear work started happening. Because the first thing that pops out is a Nobody poster. And then the next thing that falls out is a big giant tube of posters. So I was like, okay, what kind of posters are these? It was 3 Scream posters. So it was like 2 of the Marvel Avengers posters. You know how they have like all the characters in the movie and it looks like Avengers, but it's Scream. There was 2 of those. There was the Scream Subway poster, and I was like, oh my God. And then there was the Pearl poster. And I was like, holy smokes, this is amazing. So like I owe T. Hamill a complete life debt. I owe him a life debt. Like he needs something. Whitney's saying something here. Let me go to the comments. I can't stay long. I want to see Rebecca and her family. Just want to pop in. Okay, thank you, Whitney. If you're just gonna pop in, hello. Tell Rebecca I said hello and that I miss her, and that she doesn't post to Instagram anymore, and I miss her. Merry Christmas. So yeah, I owe like T Hamill a life debt. Like I'm like Jar Jar Binks. I'm like, oh my, I owe him a life debt. So yeah, that was incredible, T Hamill. So I got to take down Jamie Lee Curtis, reconfigure that wall, because over here I have a Jamie Lee Curtis poster, just because I thought it was funny. But now that I have actual posters from T Hamill, friend of the show, I got to replace the Jamie Lee Curtis. She's got to come down. She's coming down. I got to put Jenna Ortega and Melissa and Detective Bailey and all of them on the wall. They got to go up. They got to go up. Since Wish bombed, give it a YouTube poop treatment for how much longer this program need. I didn't see Wish. I didn't want to see Wish. For YouTube poop treatment, I do have a new joke. I just saw it the other day. I was like, oh man, that's a perfect joke. And I shared it with Anthony on my Instagram stories and he agreed. So anyway, finishing up with the Aquaman stuff, just a few more things. So I like the octopus that kept joining along with them. I think his name was like Topo or whatever. I thought that was hilarious. I love that James Wan couldn't get away from his horror movie roots. He had the little Texas Chainsaw sound effect that when they took the picture, I was like, that's perfect. That's perfect. I like the buddy cop stuff. James Wan, while promoting this, said that it was going to be like his Tango and Cash. And it was for about like 30 minutes when Patrick Wilson and Aquaman are like buddy cops, but then it became like a generic action. And I was like, no, I like the buddy cop stuff. I like that Patrick Wilson has no idea what the hell the surface world's like. So he's like running funny and he's like running, like he's eating cockroaches. It's hilarious. I love it. That worked for me because it was dumb. And then, dude, there's a scene in the movie where all the whales of the planet come together, humpback whales, blue whales, whale sharks, orcas. They all come out like Endgame. It's like all of the whales come out and they start, doing their little whale songs, and it blows up the Atlantis submarine. And I was like, that's awesome. As a fan of the Meg and Orca and Jaws and Moby Dick, it was so fun to see all the whales come together like freaking Endgame, come out from the ocean to take down the bad guys. That was fantastic. And then, like I said before, the cockroach scene killed me because it was so stupid. So there's a scene in the movie because Patrick Wilson has been in the ocean for his whole life, so he doesn't know about what do you call it? Living on the land. So Aquaman's like fucking with him because they're brothers. He's like, here, eat this cockroach. It's a delicacy. And he starts eating the cockroach. And then at the end of the movie, he's eating a burger. He's like, this burger's good. And there's like a freaking cockroach that climbs on the table. And he grabs the cockroach and he puts it in his sandwich and he eats it. I was like, Patrick Wilson, you big goof. Oh my gosh. I thought that was hilarious. Hilarious. And I see Captain Iron Dog didn't hear yet, but I want to bring it up. So I went to the Regal, and of course they have their little wish buckets with the little star and a little goat, and then they had Aquaman buckets, and those prices are getting outrageous because it started at like $25 and then it went to $27. These Aquaman buckets and cups are like $31.99, and I was like, no way, can't, nope, never. And then behind the counter, I'm squinting because my diabetes eyes, I can't see. I'm like Wolverine, everything's fuzzy. I see this thing, I'm like, what the hell is that? And they're like, oh, that's from Aquaman. And they pull it up, and it's this little buddy. And they're like, not only do we have Aquaman, we got Manta. And I was like, holy smokes, show me the Manta. And here's the Manta. Look at that. Look at that. It's supposed to be like a popcorn holder. And you like pop it open right there. And you put your little popcorn in there. And I think you're supposed to get both of them because it's supposed to be like mix and match. So you could put like Aquaman's head on Manta's body. Is it breaking 3 parts or just 2? Oh, it does. I better leave it as is. I don't want to break it too much, but you could like mix and match their parts. And I was like, God damn, that's cool. So, Jesus, I think it was like $40 later I got this because I was like, yes, give me the Manta. And I was like, oh, damn, That's expensive. Not stopping at Target today. So I got my little manta, my collectible manta, and I love it. I love it. Lovie. Oh shit. I dropped my little friendship bracelet. God darn it. Yes. Let's see. What does T. Hamill say? Patrick Wilson is my most anticipated part of the movie. Dude, he rocks. Like, he deserves to be a leading man in like tons and tons of movies. I don't care that he's balding. He is a leading man material. I need to see him in action movies. I need to see him in romantic comedies, dramas, everything. That's great. Great stuff. Oh, shit. The lid fell off. Oh, no. Okay, lid's back on. Whew. Got me a little scared there for a moment. Okay. So after Aquaman, my mom was like, let's go. We got to go somewhere. And I'm like, where are we going to go? What are you doing? What are you up to? So we went on a little journey down the street. And I didn't know where we were going. And I was like, oh no, it's dark out. I don't know these roads. If we get lost, I can't help you, because when we're driving at night, it's difficult. It's very difficult. So we're taking all these back roads. We're driving. And she's like, we're going to this place. And I'm like, where are we going? We're going to get lost. It's dark out. What are you doing? And then we pull up, and it's this Little People toy factory, because we have that in our area or whatever, like a corporate or something of Little People. And they have all these Christmas decorations in front of their building. And we went to look at them, and like this was one of them. Oh yeah, let me get the comment off the screen. So there's this picture, because they had like old school like window displays, and this is definitely an old school window display. It had like all the animatronic elves making Christmas toys. And then this must be from an old parade, because they were called floats. So this was like a toy elephant that was huge. They had some more, but I'm only showing some of the pictures I have. So there was that. And then there was the Little People, and I took a picture with them. That's supposed to be Diggs, Josh Allen, the coach, and some other people from the Bills. I don't know them, but I thought that was fun. I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then we realized, we're like, wait a minute. What's on that block over there? And it was Vidler's. And of course, Vidler's has the Grinch, props. So we went to see the Grinch props. And so some guy has a collection of some Grinch stuff from the movie, because he loves the Grinch. And these are like costumes and props from the movie that he owns. And I was like, what? That was cool. So here's Max and the Grinch, the full suit Grinch. It even has like the fake dentures. And then, of course, here's a close-up of Baby Grinch. Honestly, it was incredible to see this in person. It was the best. Let's go to the comments. What do you think about the end of the DCEU and the announcement of James Gunn's DCEU? I don't believe the James Gunn's DCEU until the credits roll. Like, I really like, I'm that kind of person with movies nowadays. It's like, I don't believe the movie exists until I'm in the theater and I've watched it. I don't even care if I've seen the trailer. That doesn't even matter anymore. They could delete movies unless I'm sitting in the theater of James Gunn's Superman. That's when I believe it. Right now, I don't believe his universe. I'm not paying attention to it, because we don't know. We don't know what the future holds, because we got Aquaman opening up to $29 million or whatever. I think it's even less than that. It's not looking good for superhero movies. Even freaking what do you call it? Marvel's has made less than Godzilla -1. Like, we're on the downward spiral of superhero movies. So it's like, I don't believe James Gunn until I see it in the theater. So that's my opinion on that. The end of the DCEU, it feels like we've been dragging it out for so long. Like, to me, my love for the DCEU died with that Joss Whedon Justice League, because I was so pumped up. You know, those movies got me through a tough time. And when I saw that movie, I was like, oh my God, this is awful. And then, what do you call it? I just stopped like talking about DC movies until like the Snyder Cut came out. I love the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut is great. Obviously, I think he's like, okay, if I could have a director's cut, I'm just gonna throw everything in there. There's definitely like a 2.5 hour cut in there somewhere, maybe three, because it just gets overindulgent with itself. Just because he's like, hey, it's a director's cut, I can do whatever. But it's like, like the DCU is just, it's limped along for a long time. They're fun, enjoyable movies, but it's like it's time to wrap it up. But yeah, I don't like, but I can't get excited about the James Gunn stuff because like Warner Brothers is so messed up right now, and they're canceling things left and right. They're hiding movies, they're deleting movies. It's like I can't get excited about Superman unless I'm sitting in the theater and the credits have rolled. You know what I mean? So I can't put any stake into that. Looks like the Fisher Price headquarters. So that's what it is. Not Little People headquarters. It's the Fisher Price headquarters. This is madness. Madness. This is the Polar Express. Oh, yeah. I can't do that joke, though, because I'm not releasing it on Christmas. You know what I mean? It would, if I were to make it and have to delay it for Christmas, maybe. But like, this is like a specifically Christmas joke for the YouTube. Let's see. The fact that James wanted the entire DCU with a shot of his friend smiling is very sweet to me. Dude, like James Wan has been keeping that Patrick Wilson's career like on the up and up with the freaking Conjuring movies. So he's all right in my book. But yeah, that was fun. He ended the series with his friend smiling while eating a cockroach. That's great stuff. Have you seen Godzilla minus one? I've seen it twice. Oh no, have I talked about that on here? I don't think I have. So I seen Godzilla minus one, and of course I was a blubbering mess through most of the movie. It was great. It was like watching Japan's version of Independence Day, where it's like hoorah, like the townspeople got to get together and take on Godzilla. And when the theme starts playing, I'm sitting in my seat and I'm going da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. And that was so cool. And then good lord, for like 3 days straight, my mom was like, are we seeing IMAX? Are we seeing RPX? Are we seeing 4DX? I want to see IMAX. I want to see 4DX. What's the RPX? And I'm like, just pick one. So finally, mom decided, like, okay, we're going to see 4DX. So we saw Godzilla minus one a second time with 4DX. And that was funny because it was like moving seats. So there, as you know, the girlfriend's getting blown away by Godzilla in a traumatic scene. I'm like, meanwhile, my seat's moving and I'm crying. And it was so funny. Oh my God, funny story. So the theater we went to, I hate the theater. They have terrible service. I remember one time we went there, I ordered like a pizza or something, and it took them like 40 minutes. Luckily, we were there early enough for this to not fuck with the movie, but it took them 40 minutes to make the stupid little 5-minute pizza. It was ridiculous. And then there was one time we saw a double feature of like King Kong and them, and it started an hour late because you know how like they have to get on the right signal. Since they missed the signal, they had to wait an hour to the next showing. So we had to wait an hour for this double feature. And then we were going to see The Shining, but we canceled tickets because they fucked up this double feature. And then, oh my God, there was a showing of Kong Skull Island where we bought the tickets on Fandango. And then when we got there, we found out that they changed the time of our ticket. So like they added like different screens and show times. And we were about like 20 minutes late to the Kong. It's the part when the helicopters are like swarming Kong. So we missed all the Vietnam stuff and all of them training on the boat. So like I have a bad experience with this theater. And my mom so badly wanted to see this 4DX. I'm like, all right, I'm bringing my own drink. So we go in the 4DX theater. I put my Dr. Pepper bottle in the seat. I go use the bathroom. I come back. It's the Aquaman. So I didn't know that they moved the seats during the trailer. So the seats are like moving crazily as I'm coming back to my seat. I wait for it to come down. So as the movie's starting, I open my pop and because like, my pop was shook up during the Aquaman trailer and that cracked me up. So bad experience overall at this theater. Cracks me up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's my experience with Godzilla minus one. So we saw it twice. Loved it. Probably see it a third time. I wouldn't be surprised if me and my mom saw it a third time because we saw Oppenheimer like 3 times, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it a third time. That was fun stuff though. Let's see. The Marvel. The Marvel's Aquaman 2. Like overall, or like the best one, or what? Like which one's better? I like what do you mean? Because even like I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, like as in how, like would I see it again or would I buy it? What's better over the other? Can you be more specific? Because I'm not even sure. Uh, I think Aquaman 2 in general, but like I'll probably never watch Aquaman 2 again. I liked it, but I don't think I'd see it again. Here we go. What's the thing? Yes, which one's better? Aquaman 2? I don't know. Like it's a race for mediocrity. I don't know. Like they're both fun in the movies, but like I don't think I'd ever see either one of them again. And both of them could have been a whole lot better. So it's like I can't. Oh my god, it's oh my I don't even know how to describe that. It's like I don't know. I'm trying to think like what's an equal comparison just to tell the audience how I feel about this. It's almost like if you're asking me like what kind of root beer I like, even though I don't like root beer. You know what I mean? It's like, do you like this kind of root beer or this kind of root beer? It's like I don't like root beer, and they both taste the same to me. And I'm trying to think of a good example here because I don't know. Like I like Marvels because it has Brie Larson, but like she's totally bumming it. She's like wearing pajamas the most time. Um, Aquaman's fun, but like I don't think I'd see it again. The same thing I could say about the Marvels. It's like I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I guess overall, if we're going to go overall better, I'm going to say Aquaman 2 just because of the ridiculous Born to Be Wild. The idea of Jason Momoa going to the UN and talking about Atlantis and then offering their power, and then the movie ending with Patrick Wilson eating a cockroach on a cheeseburger. I guess that's all more fun than I don't know, like floating cats eating cast members, and then Brie Larson breaking the streak. Yeah, I think it. I think Aquaman 2 beats that for me. This is funny. Is the Scuttlebutt the worst song ever in live action? I've never seen the live action Mermaid, Jacob DreamWorks. I wasn't interested. I don't know if I'll see it. I think I copied it for a YouTube poop. I'll say that. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember because I got like a whole bunch of movies from the library and I copied them and I don't remember which ones I copied. I'm pretty sure the live action Little Mermaid made it in, but I have not seen it. And I don't have much interest in seeing the live action Little Mermaid. No offense. Nope. Let's see. What are next? What are next? Okay. Christmas Little People Grinch. Talked about that. Christmas cards from my friends on the internet. On the internet. Hang on. I got to get up. Something fell on the floor and I need to talk about it with the Christmas cards. So I got tons of Christmas cards from friends from the interwebs and also friends in IRL. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. This is the first card. There we go. This one is from my friend Sam. Frank, the magic, the wonder, the laughter, the fun. Hoping your season's a wonderful one. Hope your holiday season is an awesome one. From Sam. That's the first card. Where do I put that? I guess I can put them over here for now. And then let's go with the one from Mariah. My friend Mariah is a real artist. Like I can draw, but I don't consider myself an artist. Like when I draw, I have to look like at a reference and then like erase the shit out of it and then draw and then erase the shit out of it and draw. I'm not an artist. I think my friend Mariah is a goddamn artist. Like she could visualize it and then can draw it. She's one of those people. And also, I do believe she uses references once in a while when she has to draw like portraits, but still, she's a goddamn artist. So she sent me a Christmas card. I'm probably going to frame it and somehow put it back here. I don't know how. A little risque, but here it is. She drew me a Christmas card, and I'll probably frame it. That's cool. Hello, Santa. That she's a goddamn artist. Like that's her handwriting. That's not like this isn't printed. Like she drew this. This is incredible. I gotta good care of it though. I don't want to wreck it before I frame it. Oh, Becky's here. Becky. Everyone say hi to Becky. Seriously, say hi to her, subscribe, say hello to Becky. See, look, she even said Merry Christmas to you guys. That's how nice she is. So my mom drew a Christmas card and she put all my favorite things on there. There's Dumbo with Timothy Mouse, Rabbit with his book editor. Hello, Rabbit. And then we got Rose McGowan as Cherry Darling. We got Garfield, a few Woodstocks, and Snoopy, because everyone knows I love two things in this world. That's Peanuts and Garfield. They're both there. And then the Godzilla tree topper. So that's all cool. So that's what my mom drew me for my Christmas card. Speaking of Rabbit, hello, Rabbit. My rabbit. Oh, miss you too, Becky. I see your comment. Miss you, Becky. Becky. Me and Becky communicate through cat memes. That's all we do. We communicate through cat memes, and then we talk to each other at 2 a.m. when I can't sleep. So I got another card here. It says, "When you believe." Look at that little kid decorating a tree in the middle of the woods. Hi, Frankie. Sending holiday greetings of love and joy your way. Love, Grandma Cook. So that's what she said. And you believe. Let's see. We got comments here. Are you happy to see them up at Christmas Carol with the song cut restored? I'm sorry, Jacob. I've watched the Muppets Christmas Carol like 3 times in my life. It's not in my rotation of Christmas movies. The most I remember from that movie is "We're Marley and Marley," because I used it in a YouTube poop and I mixed it up with Ghostbusters 2. But other than that, I really don't know the Muppets Christmas Carol. I'm sorry, Jacob. I'm letting you down. My art style is trial and error. Dude, my art style is, I'm a sham. I'm a fraud. I don't like my art style. It's like I really need reference. I can't just do it on my own. Another card, I got a postcard from my friend Nick. Right there, little postcard. And it says, "Frank, happy holidays, friend. I'm so happy we've become friends these past couple of years. You keep me smiling and watching new movies." Hang on. Oh gosh. Oh God. It's the word here. It's like your blank your love. I guess it's like your love for Red Letter Media is unmatched. I wish you lived closer. Maybe one day we could meet in NYC or something. Cleo sends holiday wishes to you. Much love to you and you, Nick. And then they sent me this Mike Staklasa drawing. Now, this is another artist. Like Nick's an artist. When she does this is incredible. A quick mic for you. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's a real artist. She could just draw Mike Staklasa like that. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see. And then we have, oh yeah, this is from a very good friend on Twitter. "Merry Christmas to one of my favorite Twitter friends. Thanks for always being supportive and fun for all the lovely Mike pics." That's Mike Staklasa. Because for those who don't know, I have a burner account / other account because for the longest time on my normal account, I would post screen grabs from Red Letter Media. And I noticed that I was like, you know what? I better just make another account for this because I feel like I'm spamming the timeline. So I made a Red Letter Media fan account So I post screen grabs from the show. So this is how we met. We've met through that. So that's why thank you for the lovely mic picks. I hope your holiday is filled with all of the cool things, scary movies, and all your favorite things, Jessica. And she gave me some stickers. But the meat and potatoes of her Christmas card is this. She made these little friendship bracelets, and she's like, "Which one do you want?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then she's like, "Wait, I'm indecisive." I'm like, "Okay, let me help you out. I want this one." So she gave me a Red Letter Media friendship bracelet, hat fraud. I love it. And it fits. That's awesome. So thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. We got a comment here. The comment is, are you surprised or bummed about the recent state of the MCU movies recently? I hate to disappoint, but I really don't care where the movies go. To me, the movies ended with Endgame. Because like the last couple of years have just been like meh movies. But overall, I'm not really a superhero fan. Like I like some of them, but they're not ones I revisit all the time, you know? Because for me with movies, I like older movies. I like revisiting Escape from New York, Night at the Opera, Die Hard 2, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Tremors. I'm trying to think what else I watch. Die Hard, Halloween, Scream series. It's like I'm into that stuff. Like I'm into that kind of thing. Happy Death Day, Sleepy Hollow, Mars Attacks. It's like I like those kind of movies. I hardly go back to superheroes, and when I do, it's usually like the top tier superhero. So it's like Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. That's like one I watch every like 5-10 years. Um, it's one of my highest rated letterbox reviews. I like watching Batman Mask of the Phantasm every couple of years, maybe every year. I think once every year I watch Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Every couple of years I rewatch the Adam West Batman. I do like that. Um, it's been a while since I watched the Batman versus Superman movie. I honestly want to say no, I watched it when it came to the like the IMAX 4K. So I can't say it was the last time I watched it, but like whenever that came out, whenever the 4K IMAX Square 4x3 came out, that's the last time I watched Batman versus Superman. I'm trying to think of like the last superhero movie I watched. I think might have been Batman with Luke. You know, because there was that where I like Batman 89. I'll say that. That Batman 89 is one of my favorites because I revisit that every year. Um, because I love Keaton. I love Batman Returns, Batman Forever. I watch every couple of years. Because it's like I don't really revisit the MCU movies unless I have to. Like the only ones I really do revisit are the Guardians of the Galaxy movies because those feel closed off and they feel like quote unquote real movies. But like, you know, I'm not watching Black Widow again. You know what I mean? It's like I own it for like ironic reasons because it's like I want to have that movie and probably use it for like YouTube poop because there's some funny shit in it. But like, it's not one I revisit. I can't remember last time I watched a Avengers movie. Yeah, I'm not really connected to those movies. I can't quite put my finger on it. Like to me, those movies are like I might revisit them if there's a new one coming out. If there's not a new one coming out, I'm not watching them. But like if me for superhero movies, it's like I'm a Batman guy. I'll watch Robert Pattinson, Batman. Um, Even my mom knows I love Batman. Like when she saw me posting about the new Affleck Batman figure, she's like, "Yep, that makes sense. You love Batman because I love Batman." Like if you look back here, I have this whole Batman toy selection from the McFarlane because I love Batman. Batman's my jam. I'm not so much into the MCU. Because whenever I do get MCU stuff, it's usually Brie Larson. But like that's because she's Brie Larson. It's like I really like I kind of like the Marvel movies. I don't love them, but like I love Brie Larson enough to get the hot toys. You know what I mean? So, and not only that, but like all my hot toys are like DC properties. So it's like I have the Wonder Woman training outfit because I do like I have a soft spot in my heart for that first Wonder Woman movie. Um, So I have her training outfit because I love that outfit. It's like that little tan gold outfit she wears in the first movie. And then I have like all the different what we call Harley Quinns. The only one I don't have of Harley Quinn, actually, there's two of them. I don't have her in her outfit, her jail outfit, the orange thing, because that wasn't that different. And I don't have the gold pants. I have her hot pants outfit from Suicide Squad. I have her gold dress from Suicide Squad, and I have her frilly outfit from Birds of Prey. But I don't have the gold pants. I figured my little McFarlane the gold pants was okay, and the little gold pants over here I have a figure of. But yeah, I'm more of a DC person. So I'm not really disappointed about Marvel going downhill. I like DC. I like Batman. Because I love the Robert Pattinson Batman. Like that one's like a mixture of like love and hate. Where it's like I love some things about it, and then there's some things I don't like about it. But overall, like Robert Pattinson kicks ass as Batman, and I do like what they did in that movie. I'm trying to think what else I like about Batman. Like I said, Mask of the Phantasm, one of my favorites. I probably should do a whole video about Batman ranking. At some point, I don't know. I have no idea if Jolie's ever going to do the show. So at some point, if she does it or not, I'm going to do freaking Batman ranking, where I'm going to talk about like the Batman theatrical live action. So I'm going to start with like Batman Adam West all the way to the Robert Pattinson one. I'll probably do a ranking of all those like I did with the Halloween episode. Because I just want to talk about Batman at some point because I love that. But like Marvel stuff, like if you look behind me, I don't have really Marvel stuff. It's like up here is like odd and end, like 1/6 scale stuff. Like we have Jessica Biel from Texas Chainsaw, Black Lagoon, two Brie Larsons as Captain Marvel, but that's because she's Brie Larson. And then down here we have Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles, and then these are all horror movie characters. And then we have horror movie cartoon characters mixed with DC characters. And then it's like Jurassic Park, and then we have Batman down here. And then behind me right here is more DC stuff. It's the Zack Snyder universe mixed with like things from the 90s that I like. So it's like I'm not really into the MCU. Like I like it enough to go see them, but it's just for entertainment. It's just like I'm going to watch this movie for 2 hours. It's going to entertain me, and I'm going to go home and forget it. I'm not an Ant-Man guy. I'm not. Nah, it's just not me. Even over here, like I have Sailor Moon, Speed Racer, and G.I. Joe action figures, and then I got cartoon characters, and I got Gargoyles and Michael Myers, Back to the Future, Lost World, Ghostbusters. It's like Toy Story, Barbies. It's like, nah, I'm not really an MCU guy. So I really don't have much to say about that. Let's see. Endgame was the last legitimate great MCU film. Yeah. I remember I was defending that movie in line. I was at the 2019 Nickel City Con, and I met someone from high school who was like, I must not have been nice to them. And it sucks because I'm a different person than I was back then, but they're still in that mindset. So we were talking about MCU movies, and they were being very overly negative about Endgame. And I'm like, well, Endgame was good enough, but like that's the last time like actually talked about Endgame, like anything, Let's see what I missed. Captain Iron Dog, you missed the Aquaman 2 review, and then you missed me rambling about my love for DC and not MCU. Because someone asked me about what did I think about the MCU, and I'm like Rich Evans. I have no idea. Oh yeah, since you're late, Captain Iron Dog, I want to show you because you missed it. And I promised I'd show you Captain Iron Dog if you're still here. It's my Manta. It's my Manta. Look at my Manta. He's like one of those old what do you call it? Oh, I should have written it down. But back in the day, how they had those little super beans, mighty beans. That's what they're called. It's like a huge mighty bean of what do you call it? Manta. They had an Aquaman and a Manta. I kind of wish they had a Patrick Wilson of this. That would have been amazing. I would have gotten that. Let's see. Jacob DreamWorks. Don't forget Fantasia. It's a Wonderful Life. Casablanca. Cinderella. 4K Snow White. Seven Dwarfs. 4K Restorations. Batman. Pinocchio. Yeah. Can't forget about those. Those are all my favorites as well. I like Snow White, like exactly. He even knows, like he knows I like Snow White and Wonderful Life. Yeah, he knows. Say what you will about Aquaman movies, but at least we got Malignant because of them. Totally. We got a movie that had the theme song. What do you call it? Where's My Mind? That's wild. Where's my mind? Oh my gosh. Oh my God, Shane Ford, you just remind me of Malignant when that scene when they go to the asylum and they're driving the car and they drive it almost off the cliff, like they park it on the edge of the cliff. Hysterical. I love that movie. I haven't seen it since this theater, but I love that movie. Um, the way you felt like Brie Larson is the way I felt about Scarlett Johansson and Haley Atwell. Dude, Haley Atwell is amazing. Haley Atwell is amazing. I love Haley Atwell. She should be like her and Patrick Wilson should be like goddamn leading stars, but they're not. And including, I'm going to include Glenn Powell too. Glenn Powell. They all should be leading stars, but they're not. What the fuck? Like Tom Cruise had to get Haley Atwell out of the MCU jail for some reason. I don't know what the hell they're not putting her in movies or not. And then what I like about Scarlett Johansson is like they're putting her in like she's doing these movies now where she's doing her 50s stick. Because like before MCU, she was doing 50s stick. Like she was in that The Spirit, and she was doing like her 1950s like cover girl shit. And then she did the MCU movies, and then she did like the Jojo Rabbit where she's like in her 1950s shtick. And then she's in her Hail Caesar 1950s shtick. And then it was the new Wes Anderson movie. She's doing her 1960s shtick, where she knows that she looks like she belongs in the 50s and 60s. So she keeps doing those movies where she looks like she's in the 50s or 60s. I love it. Let's see. Oh man, I have to rewatch the Aquaman 2 review. Yeah. I was trying to talk about it, but the audience was like, no, Merry Christmas, and talk about MCU and DC stuff. So it's like, it's very brief, Captain Iron Dog, but you'll have to watch that part. Mighty Beans. Yes. I remember the little Mighty Beans. I had like the X-Men Mighty Beans. Where'd you get that from? Oh, I got this from my Regal. So if you have a Regal Cinema near you or have to travel to it, this is where I got it from. I'll retell this story because it's very brief, Captain Iron Dog. So me and my mom went to see Aquaman, and we went to the counter, and they had their little wish buckets with the little goat and the little Starman, and then they had huge Aquaman buckets and cups that were like $31.99. The prices keep going up, and then I looked up behind the counter with my Logan diabetes eyes from the Wolverine, and it was fuzzy, and I'm like, "What's that?" And the guy's like, "Oh, that," and he puts it down, and he had to tear it off because I had little they put Velcro in the bottom. But they're like, we have Aquaman and we have a Manta. And I was like, holy shit, give me the Manta. And Captain Iron Dog, the head pops open like this. So you can put your popcorn in it. And if you get both of them, Captain Iron Dog, you get swapped their body parts. Like you could put him on Aquaman and him on that. But yeah, I thought this was cool. It was crazy expensive though, because by the time it cashed out, it came up to $40. I was like, holy shit, I can't stop at Target. I can't do nothing this weekend. This is my fun shit for this weekend. But it's worth it because I love little Manta, and I thought that was cool as fuck. It even got like the little logo on the back. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, only in theaters. So if you could find this on eBay or if you have a Regal near you, check it out. I'm sure they still have these. But yeah. Got to go to my Regal now. Yep, you got to go to the Regal. Oh yeah, speaking of the Regal, Captain Iron Dog, I'm so sad. Okay, so there's this Capital One commercial with John Travolta where he's Santa Claus, and they've been playing it for like the last 2 months. And after every time it plays, I turn to my mom or my sister and I say, I can't wait to see that movie, or I'd see that, or like, we got to see that when that comes out, even though I know it's a Capital One commercial. So we saw Aquaman, and I started like getting teary-eyed because I'm like, holy shit, this is probably the last time I'm going to see this Capital One commercial because Christmas is over. By the time next weekend comes along, most likely that Santa Claus commercial's gone. And I was so sad. I was like, oh no, I'm going to miss John Travolta doing the Saturday Night Fever thing. And I'm like, no, that's a bummer. I don't like that. No, it's sad. It's time to get the page. It's time to get the Page Master on 4K. Bruh. Enough of the Page Master. Yeah, enough of the Page Master. Oh my God. Although I'll say this. When I did that video, so many people watched that Page Master video, and I don't understand why. Because that movie's terrible. Like, it could be so much better. Like, of movies to remake, that's the one you got to remake, because like they had a budget and it looks like they cut the budget down to the bare minimum for that movie. Oh my god. Oh, Page Master. Holy shit. That's hilarious. Oh my god, the Page Master. Oh dear. Let's see. I chuckle every time I see that commercial before a film. I know. It's the new Regal quotes. That's what I like about it. Okay. So since we're here, and the next topic is that. So online, T. Hamill asked me what my process is for Christmas cards. So I'm going to try to explain my process for Christmas cards. Because this year, several things happened. One, I was not in the Christmas spirit. Two, somebody, like I saw an old friend in live person, in person, and we were talking, and I think they brought up my Christmas cards. Like, oh yeah, are you making your Christmas cards? I'm like, yeah, I'm making my Christmas cards. And I was explaining my process, like, oh yeah, it takes a long time, and I got to make up the list and do that. And as I'm explaining my process to them, they're like, I don't care, I want one. And I felt taken back by that. I was like, whoa, is that how everybody feels? And it just got me, like, it felt like, I don't know, like that sucked whatever remaining Christmas spirit out of me. So like I had a whole pile of sketched cards, and I was just like, do I want to do this? Like, do I want to? Like, because with that comment, it felt rude. It felt like, okay, you don't want to hear my process, how I do these. You just want one. And it took me back. I was like, oh my god, that's ugh. So it wasn't until I got the card from my friend Mariah, this little screen card, and I was like, you know what? If Mariah can send me a Christmas card, I'm going to work on these goddamn Christmas cards. It took somebody else to send me one in order for me to actually want to do it. And it reminded me, as I was working on them, it reminded me why I do them in the first place. Because to me, even though I scream and kick about doing them, it's still fun doing them as I'm coloring them. It brought back that feeling like, yes, I do this for my friends who care. I do this for the friends who appreciate these. And as I was talking about the stuff online, they're like, yeah, we appreciate you. So it made me happy again. But like for that, like that, ever since that person talked to me, I was just like, ooh. But working on them again, it got me back into the mood of making Christmas cards. So with that being said, I'll explain to T. Hamill via the show of how I do my Christmas cards. So first things first, right now it's Christmas time, so people share like Christmas images, either vintage Mickey Mouse cards, Garfield, Addams Family, Ghostbusters, Harley Quinn, things like that. It's usually around this time, Christmas time, and I'm saving those on my phone. Whenever I see them, screen grab, save, whatever, I save those to my phone in the little folder on my phone that I call like Christmas cards, whatever year. Christmas cards 2023, Christmas cards 2022, whatever. And I collect these images. And I do this throughout the whole year. So whenever someone like, oh yeah, this is a Bruce Timm drawing. Oh, these are like images from the Batman and Robin movie. Or these are like, here's a Corey Black drawing, or here's a Catwoman drawing. Here's Julie Newmar. Here's a Star Trek drawing. Whatever I see, like, oh, my friend likes that, I'll save that in this folder. I'll save that in the folder. So they're throughout the whole year, I'm saving these images in the folder so I could use them as a reference. So I could either change it to a Christmas tree, a Santa Claus hat, a Christmas wreath, something. I can throw something Christmas into it, and I save those images. I think there's even some Scream ones this year. There's a lot of Scream ones this year because I'm really into Scream this year, of course, because the poster and all that. So I save those throughout the year, and then usually in July, to help me out, I ask for a Christmas list. So I go a Christmas card list. I'm like, whoever wants a Christmas card, let me know, because it gives me an idea of what to plan for. right now, I think it's about 60 cards, maybe 55 cards in total. But for like that first bunch, that people that pre-order, it's probably about 20 or 30 people that pre-order. And I found out some people don't sign up because there's so many people on the cards. I'm like, why do you do that? Just sign up. Like, either you're going to get a generic card or I'm going to draw something for you. You're going to get a Christmas card. Just sign up. It doesn't matter. So like, that's what I do in July. I get that first like list. I don't ask for addresses because everyone moves. You have no idea, T. Hamill, how many people of these move. Either it's like military, or they get married, or they had a different job, they move, or they finally buy a house. Like, there's a person I know that they just bought a house, so it's like they move. So there's that, and then there's some people I tried to reach out to, if I can remember. Like, I'll probably do it today, maybe tomorrow, because now that the cards are late, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm going to work on like a handful more cards just to get some of those friends. Like, for example, I have these friends that have no Twitter, no Facebook. Only contact I have of them is through email. So I'm going to try to send an email probably after the stream tonight and send it to them, see if they want a Christmas card or they have a different address or whatnot. Maybe I could do like a New Year's Eve card or some shit. So that's the process. So that's in July. So then in October, I do another round. Like, okay, anybody else want a Christmas card? Usually it's the same people with a handful of more, probably about 5 more. So we have about 20 or 30 people, 35. So we're about, 35 people at this point. And then like last call is like November. And then that's when it goes up a little bit higher. And it cracked me up, T. Hamill. So I'm already late with Christmas cards. And right now I'm at that part where I'm asking for addresses. So as I'm asking for addresses, somebody popped into the comments who had never asked for a card in July, November, or September, October, November. They've never asked for a card, and they dropped their address in there. And I'm like, all right, you're going to get a generic card. I'm not going to draw it for you. But like, that's the process. Usually, T. Hamill, in the past, last couple of years, this year, I fumbled the ball because I lost my Christmas spirit until I got this. But like, I tried to have them out by Thanksgiving to beat the rush. But now that Christmas is over, like, I focused on Happy New Year. Like, a lot of them have like big giant Happy New Year cards. So like, that's the sort of the theme this year now. But like, that's the process. Like, so there's that. And then usually, even though oh my God, I fumbled the ball so bad, T. Hamill. But usually I take 2 days off to draw the cards, but I was just like, I drew the cards, but I didn't color them. Because I was just like, do people care about these cards? Like, or like, so like, I drew the cards, they were all sketched out. Oh man. So there's that. But now I got the Christmas spirit. And next year, I'm not going to make a big deal about the cards. I'm not going to do a July thing like I normally do. I'll probably do like a September call. If I want to do them, I'll probably do a September call, because I don't want to fumble the ball as bad as I did this year. So if I want to do them, I'll probably do like a September call. Like, hey, does anyone want a card? Because I feel like not only that, but like I felt like I built it up. Like I got it so high on there. I was like, oh, geez, about making these cards. But like, there's that. So that's the process, T. Hamill. So it's collect images throughout the year. And then July, do the pre-order. And then September, October is like, do you want cards? Like, feel out the people. And the reason why I ask about if people want cards, because there's people who I fall out with. It happens. Or there's people who don't want a Christmas card, or, because there's some people who are like, I'm grandfathered in. And I'm like, no, I can't do grandfathered in, because this list always fluctuates. It always fluctuates with who I'm close with or who I'm not. Like, for example, just an example, one year, Rebecca, said she wanted a Christmas card. I gave her a Christmas card. The next year, I asked for Christmas. Like, do you want a Christmas card? She didn't say she wanted one. So I haven't sent Rebecca a Christmas card the last 2 years. But like, people fall off the list. There's that. And it's like, that's why I ask every year, because there's some people like, I'm grandfathered in, or it's like, I'm always on the list. It's like, don't work like that. I may be a nice guy, but I do fall out with people, or people fall out with me, because I don't know. But it happens. Life happens. That's why I ask about if people want cards. I think I've only been told no once, and it was by a friend on Instagram. And I was like, oh, dang, you don't want your Christmas card. So I had to pivot. So luckily, I knew somebody else who had the same name, asked for their address, and sent it out, because that always bums me out too. Like when I draw a card and like I mess up and I'm like, shit, I wrote a wrong name, or shit, this person hasn't responded to me about their address. What do I do? So usually like I try to pivot as I'm creating the cards, because I'm like, okay, I haven't heard from them. I'm going to pivot. Either I'm going to give it to somebody else with a similar name, or I'm going to cut off the name and give it to somebody else, because those cards take a lot of time to make. It takes a lot out of you, because it's like a lot of Christmas spirit. You got to want to do it. And as I'm working on them, it's nice to hear the support from the people who do want them. I'll give shout outs to those. Wendy, I don't know if she watches the show. Wendy, thank you she supported me. That even my Twitter friend was supporting me. My God, Creative AI. I don't like I only know her Twitter handle. It's like Creative AI or whatever, but she's like the one who takes pictures of Corey Cunningham all the time. She was supporting me the whole time. But I'll get to the comments because I see them popping up. But like I would like this year definitely felt more like the end of the Saw, because like it reminded me of the end of Saw, because the movie Saw is like they know what they have to do, but they've been sitting on their ass for the whole movie until the shit hits the fan, and then he's just like screaming at the chain, and then he has to take care of Adam. And that's how I felt. Like I was like sitting on my ass the whole movie, like Dr. Gordon, and then I'm screaming at my chain, and then I got to put the stamps on the cards, and I got to put the addresses on them. And then after I send them out on Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever the post office opens, I'll be like Dr. Gordon. I'll be like, there, I've done it. Now show them to me. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, we got tons of comments here. Let's see. I took over time. Let's see. I want to see Wan do another movie like Death Sentence. Dude, James Wan needs to go back and do that kind of stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, that is rude. Because when she said, I don't care, I want one, I was like, God damn, that is rude. Because I was just like, it don't work like that. It's like, what? And it just made me think, like, do other people think like that? But luckily, there's other people who don't. Like Yvette, she was like, no, these Christmas cards are important to me. I frame your Christmas cards. And then my other friend, Andrea, my old teacher, she was like, I collect your cards. Please send one. Take your time. Even if it's late, give me one. But yeah, like, I thought it was so rude to hear, like, when she's like, I don't care, I want one. I was like, what? That's so rude to say. It's like I make 60 of these damn cards and you say that. Oh my gosh. I'm not too impressed with the 4K remaster True Lies on digital. What I heard, I enjoy True Lies. Yeah, I'll probably skip out on the 4K of True Lies, because after seeing that, seeing the screen grabs, I'm like, I can't do that. That's like a waste of money. I'm going to stick with my Spanish or German Blu-ray I have. There's like, I don't think it's a bootleg, or maybe it's a bootleg. I don't even know, but like there was a True Lies HD Blu-ray, region-free, released either in Germany or Spain, and I have that. I'm happy with that. I'll stick with that. I don't want whatever James Cameron did with his AI 4K thing. That looks awful. Let's see. I have Stranger Things, Funkos, a poster, Battle Roar Godzilla, Battle Roar Kong, Battle Roar Mecha Godzilla as my Christmas presents. Oh! We'll get to that, guys. We'll get to that. There's a whole unboxing we got to do today. Let's see. A Happy New Year card is a great way to start off the new year. Yep. They say like Merry Christmas, but Happy New Year. They're like very specific. Let's see. Yep. Becky, you're like one of the first cards I did, because I'm like, Becky has been supportive this whole goddamn time. I love Becky. I feel bad when I don't send them. I should start. Yeah, you got like Christmas cards are a lot of work. At the end of the day, it's worth it. But like this time, I just felt like Dr. Gordon in that freaking Saw bathroom. I was like, I just had to get through them. But at the end of the day, I'm glad Becky's going to get her Christmas card. Matthew Robertson's going to get his Christmas card. She'll love his Christmas card / Happy New Year card. Captain Iron Dog, you're going to love your card as well. By the way, for those who are listening and get Christmas cards, even the Christmas card stamps I planned out for people. Unless you're overseas, you're going to get the generic overseas card because, our postage don't mean squat over there. But like, if you look at your stamp that I put on your card, those are planned out because what I do, another process, T. Hamill, is when I get postage for my cards, I try to plan it out because I don't I sometimes it's fun getting Christmas stamps, but I like getting stamps that have nothing to do with the holiday. So I don't know if I want to. I don't want to. I guess I could kind of spoil it. I spoil because there's 3 different stamps I have. So I'll spoil one of them. One of them is Valentine's Day stamps, and I find that hilarious. So like whenever I go to the post office and I see like a different holiday, like if it says like Veterans Day, I think that'd be hilarious for a Christmas card. So this year I have little Valentine's Day stamps that I have for my Christmas cards. So I like doing that, getting other holidays and putting it on my Christmas cards. But there's Valentine's Day, and then there's 2 other stamps I have on my cards this year. But you'll love them. Have you met Ariana Richards? No, I have not. Does she even do cons? I don't know. Like, here's the thing with when I do with cons, it's got to be very specific. Jacob DreamWorks. Like, I think it has to do with something I really love. Like, and it's got to be something that's like worth it. Like Ariana Richards, for those who don't know, she's Lex from Jurassic Park and Tremors. Like, I don't think I would get that signature just because overall, like Sam Neill, Laura Dern, like they don't do cons. Jeff Goldblum does, but like, I don't know. Like he's like, that's not this kind of signature I'd get. Like for me, like my signature white whales at this point are like Brad Dourif from Chucky and Child's Play and what the fuck is he in? There's Halloween. He's in those movies. Like he's like someone I'd meet and get a signature from because I like him, and he's like this specific character. He is the voice of Chucky. He's Charles Lee Ray. I'd probably like now that I know Candyman and all that, I'd probably do Todd. I'd want to do him. And then there's what's another one? Danielle Harris from Halloween 4 and 5. I'd get a signature from her just because I love Halloween, and that's very specific. Like with Ariana Richards, that's like she's just one of the kids, and like I don't know, I wouldn't get that signature. I wouldn't do that. That's not something I would do. I don't even think I'd get the photograph with her. Like it would really have to be someone specific for me to get a photograph of. Because there's been some people that I'm like, oh, I want to get the photograph or picture, but then like change my mind when like, because like there's people that show up that are like, oh yeah, I want to meet them. Like McKenna Grace, that was like, okay, I got to meet her. Because as I'm looking at her wiki and IMDb, like she's in all the movies I own. Like I got to go meet McKenna. That's insane. Like she's like literally in all the movies I own. That's like crazy. And then the other one was like Alec Baldwin. I got to meet Alec Baldwin. But the thing that fell through on that, the Steel City Con was that I kind of wanted to meet Jason Patric, but like Jason Patric's like the side character of Lost Boys, and he's not a Scream. He's not Scream tier to me because like Scream is like, oh my god, that's my life. Same thing with McKenna Grace with all the movies she's in. It's like, oh my god, that's like my life. Alec Baldwin, that's like my life. But like, you have to pick and choose with who you want to get signatures and photographs with. Ariana Richards is not one of those people, but like another person who's not on there would be the guy from because I had to change my mind. He's the guy from I, Tonya, Cruella, Richard Jewell. He played Richard Jewell. I forgot that actor's name at this time. Like right now, I'm blanking. But like he's someone I wanted to meet. But after bigger people showed up, it's like, okay, I gotta cut some people from this list because I gotta budget my time and signatures and who would like who ranks over who. So like Ariana Richards is on the level of the guy from Richard Jewell, and the girl from 24, his little sidekick. That was so funny. She's at Steel City Con, right? What's her name? I don't even have. Oh dang, I don't have the poster in here anymore. Let me look it up. Pull it up, Jamie. There's an actress from 24. Actress 24. Mary. What's her name? Mary Lynn. Oh God, I can't pronounce that last name. But Mary from 24. She was at Steel City Con, and I wanted to meet her, but it's like, nope. I gotta budget my time and budget my amount of money I bring for Scream and things that I love. Because for Mary, I totally wanted, like, if I had time, because the Steel City Con, I learned last minute, basically. I didn't have enough prep time. But if I had enough prep time for Steel City Con, I probably could have done a photo op with Mary. But, I had to do my cuts. I had to do budget cuts. But, like, I would do that just because she's in the deleted scenes of Magnolia. She's not even in the movie. I think she has a voice in Magnolia, but she's not on screen. But she's TJ Frank Mackey's assistant. She's on the phone saying, like, your dad's on the phone. I am telling you the truth. Damn it, Frank. She's only a voice cameo, but in the deleted scene, she plays the date he goes on as he's doing his little speech. But, like, that would have totally been like an inside joke for my friend Joel Walden. But since I had a budget for Screen People and Alec Baldwin and time, she didn't make the cut. And not only that, but, like, if I want to take a picture with Mary, I got to do it properly. I got to get the Frank TJ Mackey vest. I got to get the brown shirt. I got to slick my hair back. Like, I got to do it right. So since I didn't have any of the brown shirt, I didn't have the vest, and I didn't have the money in the budget to go see her, couldn't do that. So it's like I got to budget my time and people I see at these conventions. So to answer your question, no. But, like, there's like a process. It's like I can't just get everybody. I wish I could get everybody, but I just can't, because, like, you just got to eliminate. Like, okay, figure it out. But, like, the conventions, like, I wish I could see everybody, but I can't. I can't. Let's see. I cannot stress how important your cards are and have been to me. They have been a major inspiration for my art and creativity, and I've handed out some of my own cards over the years to friends. Oh my God. Thank you, T. Hamill. Thank you for letting me know that. Like, because when I do the cards, it's like, I don't know. It's sometimes I get worried that, like, if, like, do people actually care about them? And then, like, is it worth doing it? It really does. Like, because it takes a lot of fucking work. Like, because I'm saving these images, and then I'm making the list, checking it twice, and then coming up with these images on these cards, these invite cards. Oh, I should say that. I'm going to give that away. So, T. Hamill, when I buy these cards, that's not even the right size. I'll just use an example. Okay, so these aren't the right size, but I'm just using an example. But at Target, I go to Target, and Target sells a box of 50 invite cards, and they're just like blank cards. And I use those things for my Christmas cards, because they actually come with envelopes. So it's 50 cards and 50 envelopes. I usually get 2 boxes a year, because sometimes I'm going to fuck up on the envelope. Sometimes I fuck up on the main cards. So I usually get like 2 packs of those. Those are like, oh God, I really don't even look at the price because I need them. So I go to Target and just buy them. I think they range from either $10 to $15 for those index cards. And they're at Target. They're like invite cards. They're meant for like weddings and stuff. But I use those for my Christmas cards. And a few years ago, I started following one of my favorite artists. Oh God, let me look him up. I want to give him a shout out. What does he do? Hopefully it comes up. Oh, damn, it's not there. Oh, dear. Hang on, podcast. Maybe I have him on my notifications. Let's see. Does it give me options for my notification? Crap. Preferences. Oh no. I'm being put on the spot. I think, is it Scott? Please be Scott. Yes, there it is. His name is Scott Blair. And on Twitter, he's Scott Blair Art. I love his art. And I discovered from him that he used Copic markers, or like these like double-ended, like, like marker pens kind of things, Copic pens. And I was like, I got to move towards that because there was a year where I sent out Christmas cards and I was using like generic like Crayola marker pens, and it made me so bummed because like Phil Dragish got one. My friend Phil Dragish was like, "Oh, I got your Christmas card, Frank," and it was like all washed out, like all the cut, like it must have got like thrown in the water in the ocean, and it like it went in the ocean, it went in a bucket of water, it got caught in the rain, and like his Dr. Zayas was all like washed out, and he's like, "I got your Christmas card," and I was like, "I need markers that don't bleed." So those Copic markers don't bleed, and I stick with them, and they're expensive. Usually, I have to wait for like So there's an art store near me called Michaels. I'm giving you all my secrets, T. Hamill. So I have a secret art store near me called Michaels, and usually they have sales throughout the year, and they have coupons. And I have to wait to get those coupons because the pens are so expensive. Like the 4-pack of like the basic colors is like $20 by itself. Expensive. So when I get the big giant pack of markers, I have to wait for like a coupon that's like 50 or 75% off, whatever the coupon is. And then T. Hamill. This is very important when you use coupons. I don't know if they're sticklers over there like they're over here. But like say example, like I get a paper pack, pack of paper and then those markers. I have to buy them separately because they're going to put the coupon on the stupid paper pack. I'm like, nope, take the paper off, put it on my markers. And that's how I get my markers for cheap because they're still quality markers, but I'm saving like 50 or 75% because I'm waiting for that coupon because those markers are expensive. I think they're called Copic markers. I get several different sets. I get the 4 basic colors. I get the flesh tone colors. Those are very important, I've realized. Because not only do they help with the flesh, but there's also a color that's like brown that helps with the hair color. I like getting those. And then I don't know if you have a Five Below or cheap place over there, but like example, we have like a little cheap Five Below over here that sells like the double-ended markers. I do that. Sometimes I mix it up. Sometimes I use crayons, colored pencils. I do that as well. And then what I've been doing is mixing up to make some cards special. Like T. Hamill, your cards are special, so I'll use like a silver marker. Do I have an example of here? I do not. Shit. But like if you have like a Sharpie and they have like the silver Sharpies, I usually use that to emphasize that. I think I used it for your Catwoman last year, the Tory Black Catwoman I did. There's that. Hang on, we got new comments here. Let's see. Christmas in July stamps. Do 4th of July. LOL. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. I was just thinking about that. I might do the Christmas in July thing. Let's see. Lex screams remind me of Frey Ray's blood curdling screams. Oh yeah. But yeah, so T. Hamill, that's it too. I use those kind of markers. Let's see, what other things do I use? I sometimes use the colors of the world for the things. Sometimes just regular colored pencils. Shit, they're all on my kitchen table, but I had like silver markers as well. Yeah. Let's see. I think, is there any other card things that I do? What do you call it? My mom got me this cool little shindig thing. Do I have it here? Oh my god, I do have it here. Okay, so T. Hamill. Sometimes I run late, or like I have coloring books that I collect. So either if I'm running late, I print out designs, or if I have like vintage coloring books, like I have a vintage Mary Poppins coloring book, I have a vintage Batman Returns coloring book, a Brother Bear coloring book, and my mom bought me this little light up tracing board. So you could put the image from that vintage coloring board and it'll go right through this. I don't know if I have a little cable here. Probably don't. But yeah, this lights up. It has 3 different settings. I believe it could be found on Amazon. If what do we call it? I'll ask because this was a early Christmas gift from my mom. So she gave me this for my Christmas cards this year. And this helped out so much this year with creating Christmas cards. Especially it helps out with not ruining my vintage coloring books. So if I want to use an image from a coloring book, put it right on here and trace it for the card. So that's awesome. One thing I've always loved about your work is use of color and the guest shading. The BVS Bruce has always been an example where it can match that way. Yes, I've been slowly trying to learn about shading. Again, I learned it from my one of my favorite artists, Scott Blair, because he does some good shading as well. I really love Scott Blair. Scott Blair's art is really good. So if you follow him on the Twitter, like he's been sick recently, so he's only been like reposting his old artwork because he's recovering. But like he does some great artwork, and that's kind of where I learned some shading as well from that. So with that being said, I'm going to move on to the unboxing portion of the show. So I'm going to switch out of this because my head's burning up. And I'm going to put on my Christmas gift that I got for my sister Rachel. We were at a Christmas show and she bought me this. And she says, you got to wear it for your live stream. So since I'm sweating, this is the perfect time to wear this for my live stream. Here we go. Oops, hang on. Got to put it for the camera. There we go. Yep, she got me this at a Christmas show. It was hilarious. Right there. Yeah, that should be good. Kung Fu. Okay, no new comments. No new comments. Okay, good. So my mom got me some Christmas gifts, and I'm going to be opening them right here. I'm going to put Rabbit to the side. I wanted to hold him, but he keeps falling on my lap. So my mom got me some Christmas gifts that I'm going to open here on the show. On the show. As you see here, she used a Pepsi box to hide the gift. Oh my gosh. My Lord in heaven. We got some Kinder eggs. Joy Kinder eggs. Hang on. That kind of spun. There we go. Kinder eggs. Those are fun. Another Kinder egg. White fudge shortbread cookies. Well, I know what I'm eating tonight. That's my dinner. And then holiday shortbread cookies. These are like the best cookies ever in the history of the planet. You guys need to know this. Oh, by the way, oh my gosh, I should make a shout out. My mom got me a new chair. So if you notice me sitting up higher, it's because my mom got me a new chair. So the old chair was like literally 30 years old, maybe 20 years, like it's close to 30 years old because I think I got that chair when I was a kid in like 1997. So that chair needed to be retired. So my mom got me a new chair for the Poscat. The Poscat. Let's see. My mom also got me a 12-pack of Diet Pepsi. And I believe she got me another one too. Hang on. Gotta make sure. Yes. She got me another 12-pack of Pepsi. Diet Pepsi. You know, for the people. Thank you, Rachel, for the headband. Looks perfect for the show. And the other gift I got is from me mom. Great idea from Independent Health Foundation. Enjoy first night buffalo in the comfort and safety of your home. New Year's Eve, 12/31/23, 5 p.m. Facebook. Firstnightbuffalo.org. Sold at Tops and online for $25. Portions of the money go to the Children's Hospital. So my mom got me a party pack so I could celebrate New Year's Eve from my house. Oh, I can hear it already. Hang on, Poscat. I can hear it already. Oh my gosh, look at that. So right on top, I got Independent Health gloves. And it comes with the cell phone fingers, as you can see there. And then it says, You won, hooray. Let Buffalo know you're a golden ticket winner. Snap the photo using hashtag First Night Buffalo to share your prize. Is that for real? Did I win something? Or is that in every box? Oh my God, it's a whole poster. The poster says, "Welcome to your First Night Buffalo party pack. We can't wait to ring in the 2024 with you. The party pack has everything your family needs to celebrate the new year. Let's get started. Watch these amazing performers in our free 2-hour show. Scan the QR code on the top of the party pack or by visiting firstnightbuffalo.org." That's awesome. So you have like all these performers. Oh my God, I met that guy. He's the Jeff Musical. He's the guy who does like the exotic pets and animals and stuff. We got Dance Party with DJ Milk. We got the Buffalo Zoo. We got, oh my God, I met this guy too, Nick Mavaretti. I know these people. I've met them before. We got face painters. We got a puppet nerd. We got, oops, went down the wrong tube. We got Debbie Bollywood Performing Arts, Royal Receptions, Kylie Strozowski, local dancer, Buffalo's Talent Show. First Night is one of the longest running family-friendly New Year's Eve events in Buffalo. For 35 years, First Night Buffalo has been a family tradition in the New York, Western New York community. As the world changed, so has First Night, going from in-person to celebrating in your own living room. Woo! I want to celebrate in my own living room, New Year's. I should share my New Year's story, by the way. I have several. Buffalo families always know how to get the party started. We love to highlight all that Buffalo has to offer and showcase talents of our many of our neighbors. We are ready to kick off 2024 together. Can't wait to see what we have in this new year brings. Here to a healthy and joyful new year. That's neat. What else we got back here? All of the sponsors, advertisements and whatnot. Pops. Oh my God, we got coloring pages. Oh my God, this brings me back. I guess I could tell one of my New Year stories. So when I was a kid, it must have been 1997. It was the First Night Buffalo. It was at the convention center. There was the guy from Fox 29. He was on the little train, you know, those little mini trains that the kids ride at the Erie County Fair and, like, you know, fairgrounds, like a little train. He was there, and I was nerding out. I was like, hi, how are you? But he ignored me because I wasn't on the train with the other kids. And I think at that time I was getting a little bit older because I think I was like 9, maybe 9 or 8. Because all those kids he was with on the train were like 4 or 5, more of the demographic kids. But yeah, he was there. He was like a Fox 29 guy. I remember it was 1997 though, because at the event, because this just reminded me, these color pages. Oh, this is cool. Oh my God, it's like a whole poster. Happy New Year. Look at that. But I know it's 97 because there was little advertising coloring books that were advertising Anastasia. Anastasia came out in 97. So that always stuck with me. So they gave out Anastasia coloring books at one of my first nights. And then I almost wonder if that was the same night with Leon Zydeco. Rudy, now you work all day bitching the sweet potato. Let's see. We have kid conversation starters. Cut out these cards below the dotted lines, mix them up in a pile, and have some. One, pick a card, read the card out loud, have each person answer the question. Should we do these now? Should we do these now? How rude of him to ignore you because you weren't on the train. Yeah, he was like doing like a segment for like Fox 29 and he ignored me. It stuck with me forever. Let's see. How can you be healthier in 2024? What was the best thing you have ever eaten? I think the best thing I've ever eaten is like those junior bacon cheeseburgers at Wendy's with like the fresh lettuce and tomato. When those really have like fresh lettuce and tomato at Wendy's, oh my God, so good. What's your favorite season and why? My favorite season is the fall season. I love fall. I love the colors of the trees. It's like orange and reds. It's like nature's confetti. I love it. It's great. I don't like summer. Winter's good, but fall's prime. Even spring. Spring's great because like all the new flowers come out in the trees. It's wonderful. What is the nicest thing someone has ever done for you? E. Hamill sending me those goddamn posters. I owe you a life debt. Misa Jar Jar Binks, I owe you a life debt. That is like the nicest thing you've ever done. That's like the nicest thing ever. Thank you, TM. Those posters are incredible. I teared up when I opened up the box. I sent a picture to my mom. She's like, "You cried?" I'm like, "Yeah, I cried. Of course I cried." But yeah, owe you a life debt, TM. Well, that was an amazing that was like an amazing Christmas gift. I appreciate you so much for those. Those were awesome. I'm definitely going to put it up. Jamie Lee Curtis, you're coming down. Um, what is the best surprise you ever had? Best surprise I ever had. Best surprise I ever had. I know it's probably with my mom. My mom surprising me with something. Can't think of it specifically, but she's done so many surprises for me, like surprise parties, surprise things we go to do. There's countless many of the surprises, like including like the little people and the Grinch thing. That was a surprise. That was great. What is your first memory? I think my first memory is either like walking behind a car dressed up in my Undertaker costume, because when I was like 2 or 3 years old, I had my mom dressed me up as the classic Undertaker. So I had like the gray gloves and the purple jacket and the hat. I do remember walking behind a car in that outfit. Another early memory is Cliffhanger. So that'd be like 1993. I for sure remember sitting in the theater with my mom watching Cliffhanger because there was a scene with the girl falling and "You're not gonna die." Like that stuck in my head forever. Trying to think of another thing. Another early memory that I do like, I want to share here, is there was one night where I was walking home with my dad, and my dad was trying to scare me because he kept doing that. It scared the shit out of me as a kid, and I think that's one of the reasons why I secretly love Friday the 13th, is because it brings me back to that one little happy memory with my papa. Is that because he tried to scare me. Let's see. What's your favorite physical activity or sport to play and why? I don't have favorite sports. I guess the Buffalo Bills is the closest thing I have. What is your favorite thing to do with family? Go to the movies. I like going to the movies with my mom and my sister because afterwards we sit in the lobby and we just talk. We just talk about the movie and we try to guess about the people going to the movies. We like seeing people like drop their popcorn. There was this girl that me and my sister were convinced that was like hot. We're like, she's hot. And my mom's like, no, she's not hot. We're like, no, that chick is hot because like she had like these black leggings and this like black skirt, and she had like this like striped shirt. She was basically like the Terrifier, and she looked good. And then there was one where a guy who walked like 15 miles an hour to the pole because he was on his cell phone, wasn't watching where he was going. Boom, hit the pole. So I love going to the movies with my sister and my mom. We love that. It's always an adventure. We always try to guess who's going to see what. Okay. What is the funniest thing that's ever happened to you? Funniest thing that's ever happened to me. Ah, I'm sure there's one. I can't think of one right now, though. Funniest thing that's ever happened to me. God, I'm sure it happens all the time. There's always something funny. Uh, I know it was like recent too. There's some goofball shit that happened. Like I did something and then I was like, oh geez, that backfired on me and it was funny. Oh, I don't know. What's your favorite shirt and why? Ooh, my favorite shirt. I think my favorite shirt is I have a retro shirt of what do you call it? Wilson Farms. Wilson Farms used to be like a store around here. It's like a little corner store, and I have a shirt that has that on there. I love my Halloween t-shirts from Fright Rags. I love the Ruck and Rotten shirts. And just an example of the retro shirts. I have one underneath this too. I wanted to show it on the podcast. I have a Ponderosa Steakhouse retro shirt, and I love it. Okay. But yeah, I love my horror movie t-shirts and all that. Those are my prime collection. I love them. What was the worst thing that you have ever eaten? Oh God. Oh God. Oh dear. I think I had ham with pineapple once. And like ham already has its own flavor. Like it doesn't need anything added, but someone put pineapple on it and I took a bite of it and my eyes watered. And since I was so hungry for ham, I just took a huge bite. So my mouth was like full of like, it was like weird. It was like eating a big giant pineapple. It's like, oh, didn't like it. Okay. If you could name yourself, what name would you choose? Oh God. I always joke because if I ever had a kid, I would name him Patrick. Because it'd be Patrick Ireland. Oh, Patrick Ireland, look at you, Patrick. I would do that. But I don't know. If I could name myself, it'd probably be Bruce because I love Bruce Wayne, Bruce Willis. Probably Bruce. I don't know. I'd go with Bruce if we're actually gonna give the name. Do you like hugs or high fives better? Why? Dude, I love hugs. I'm a hugger. Funny story. So when I first met Anthony, Anthony was like a fucking Navi. He's like 2 or 3 times taller than me. And I was like, oh my God, Anthony. And I went for a hug. I had no idea Anthony didn't like hugs. And it was so funny because afterwards he told me he wasn't a hugger, but he would hug me. But like, I hugged Anthony and it was great. And it's so funny. He's like, I'm not tall. I'm like, Anthony, you're like a fucking Navi. You're tall. Anthony's taller than he lets on. But yeah, I like hugs. I'm a hugger. That's why I compare myself to Lotso Bears. Like I'm a hugger. Um, if you could have 3 if you could have 3 wishes, what would they? Oh my God! Let's take that again. If you could have 3 wishes, what would they be? 3 wishes. Oh my gosh, they're all selfish. I would like my own house. I think that'd be incredible. Own a house tax free, and then don't have no payments. All like a free house. And then the second thing would probably be cash, like tons of unlimited cash, so I could help out my friends. Because holy shit, guys, like I would send everybody gifts and packages and cards all the time. You have no idea. Like I would, like if I could send. I wish I could send a gift to Anthony every week. I wish I could send T Hamill gifts every week. I wish I could send Captain Iron Dog. Like I wish I could buy like 3 of these fucking mantas and send one to each of my friends. Honestly, I wish I had tons of cash. So that's 2 wishes. My own house, tax free, no payments on it, and then cash so I could give out freely to whoever needed it. Because like I have everything. Like I sure I'd buy like a Robert Pattinson Batman, but I'd be giving it out. I'd be like, here, buy yourself a lunch, buy yourself something. Here's a gift. I'd buy my friends stuff. And my third wish would be whatever Jacob Merckx requested from me. I wish I could do. Like if I could give him a 4K page master, I'd give him a 4K page master. If I could give him a YouTube poop, I would give him a YouTube poop. That's what I would do. So I guess those are my 3 wishes. It would be that. It would be, what do you call it? A house, money for gifts and friends, and never have to work again. And then my third wish would be not only Jacob DreamWorks, but if I could do a request for all my friends or videos, I would do that. So Jacob DreamWorks, whatever you could request, I would do that. That's my third wish. What would you do with $1 million? Oh, geez. I just kind of answered that. If I had $1 million, I'd probably buy a house. And then whatever I had left, fucking buy gifts, buy shirts, invite friends, fly to meet you guys. If I could, that's what I do. I would do that. I'd try to be giving, I try to give it away. I donate. Like I would help even my friend Amanda. My friend Amanda does all these like what do you call it? Like running and jogging and stuff. Like I would donate to all her things she would do. What is your favorite song and why do you like it? Oh, this is a tough one. Right now, my favorite song is I think One Headlight by the Wallflowers. Because that's always like whenever I hear that on my playlist, it's like I want to listen to that. I have no idea why. I guess it's just nostalgia feelings for the early 2000s. Like I love 90s, like everything from like 1990 until like 2003 or 4. I love that shit. I'd probably even drag it a little bit to maybe 2009 because like all the high school stuff, like anything nostalgia from high school, middle school, elementary school, that's like prime shit. And like one of them is One Headlight. But yeah, I like it just because it brings me nostalgia. Okay, so we answered those things. Let's go to the comments because I see comments on here. Let's see. Best thing I ate, Picasso's Pizza. Picasso Pizza is incredible, but it's expensive as fuck. But it's like worth the price. Okay, guys, let me explain it. Picasso Pizza. Do I have a box? Do I have anything in here? to show you the size. No, I don't. Okay. Imagine, okay, so I'm a big guy. So imagine like a box this big, a big giant, like half a sheet pizza, probably. A half a sheet of pizza. And this is their large. And it goes to the ends of the box. There is no space for anything else in the box. It's awesome pizza. And that is like definitely like a treat. I love that pizza. Merry Christmas, Christian Kim. Hope you loved Aquaman. Yes, it's Christmas time now in Korea. America time needs to catch up. Exactly. I totally understand just the description of that woman. Oh my gosh, worst thing I ate, red velvet cakes. Let's see. I enjoyed your Twitter page. You talking about movies and nostalgia are fun. Totally, totally. You're taller than you look. I hunch. Dude, I swear to God, T. Hamill, fucking, if you ever meet Anthony, he's like a goddamn Navi. He is tall. I was like Miles Courage. I was short as fuck. Okay, so we're going to the box. Okay, so we answered those questions. My wintertime adventure book. And it's more coloring pages and, you know, coloring, building your own stars, tracing a snowman. So you can see. Oh, I got two of those here. Okay, so it must be for multiple kids. Okay, so there's two adventure books. We got Sloppy Joe Healthy Recipes from Independent Health. Buffalo Zoo free child admission right here for the Buffalo Zoo. Scavenger hunt at the Buffalo Zoo. Make your own balloon drop. Oh my gosh, blow up your balloons. That's hilarious. Make your own balloon drop. Party popper. What else we got here? Throwback poster series. Oh damn. Starting at $14.99. I'm kind of into that, but I'm running out of room for posters. Because like Jamie Lee Curtis got to come down because T. Hamill. And I got a Justice League poster signed by Aquaman. That might have to be adjusted. I got a, what do you call it, a signed t-shirt by Mick Foley. I got my Anime Girls right there. It's Jinx by Sakumi-chan and Power Girl. Anime Girls. Let's see, what else I got here? More sponsor cards. These are a lot of like sponsor cards. Yeah. Like whoever sponsored the event. Yeah. Oh, racing cards. You guys remember these? I had so many of these as a kid where you had like a whole pack and you just traced them on your stuff. I had so many of those. Ooh, a 716 tattoo. Let's see what else. Oh, what's this? Oh, this must be like the ball or something. It's cool. Make your own ball drop. Bags. Must be like a little game with balls. Coloring book. Party light. Now, where's the things that were making the noise? Oh, here it is. Oh. Do you remember those things? Do you guys remember KB Toys, where they had like these like little ball heads and they had like a little fuzzy hair, and like you shake them up and remember that stuff? They would do those all the time at we call it KB Toys. It was so cool. Oh, those must be poppers. All right, be careful though; those might be explosions. Okay. Oh, and they even got like the light up sticks. Does it light up? Oh, I gotta pull the tab. Oh, I gotta pull the tab. Hang on, Pops Cat. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Let's see what headlight. Nothing is forever. One headlight. There we go. That's neat. Oh yeah, Captain Iron Dog remembers those tracing cards. Hells yeah. I had like I had this blue suitcase when I was a kid from Rose Art. I had like tons of coloring pages in those tracing things. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I think the balls are for hand puppets. Oh yeah. I'm sure there's more directions and stuff, but like, yeah, I don't want to wreck or lose anything in here because right now I gotta unbox a shit ton of stuff, a shit ton. But before I do that, let's go to the comments. There's a few more. Let's see. What are your go-to guilty pleasure movies of the 1990s? Oh, guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure. The older I get, the more I decide, or the more I'm feeling that people just need to be more positive about what they love. Oh God, where'd it go? Oh no, my friendship bracelet. Did it fall off when I was talking about stuff? Or did it go down my arm? My friendship bracelet. Oh shit. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Oh my gosh. Where the hell would it fall off? I haven't gone anywhere. What the hell? But anyway, yeah. So as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that it's better just to love movies for what they are rather than, because like I was just listening to a podcast with my friend Anthony, and they were talking about Jingle All the Way, of course. And when it came up about Jingle All the Way, of whether they liked it or not, the guy was like, "Nah, I didn't like it. You know, it was just, you know, I would never watch it again. It was like entertaining enough, but I was just like, but it was like overly negative." And I was just like, really? It was like, it's to me, it's so much more relaxing to give in to movies rather than to complain about them. Rather to give in. I know I'm saying this after just complaining about the MCU movies, so I'm kind of contradicting myself. But I find it so much easier to, you know, fall into that. So I guess what would consider be a guilty pleasure would probably be like Independence Day, Godzilla 1998. What else is guilty pleasure? Would be considered guilty pleasure. I'm trying to think. Guilty pleasure. I guess if I'm going to consider like real guilty pleasure, because I'm thinking about it right now, probably Casper, A Spirited Beginning. Casper, A Spirited Beginning would probably be a guilty pleasure. What? I'm really freaking out. Where the hell is my friendship bracelet? Did it fall out? Oh my gosh. I'm like right here. I don't understand. So anyway, yeah, I think that would be a guilty pleasure. Independence Day, Godzilla 1998, Casper, A Spirited Beginning. I would consider those. Stop feeling guilty about your guilty pleasures. Exactly. I think the reason why I'm thinking this too is because one of my friends who was on the show earlier this year, we call Pinland Empire. I think Pinland Empire a few years ago like said that, and I started living by that because I agree. It's like love what you want to love. Don't consider movies guilty pleasures anymore. If you love the movie, just admit you love the movie. You know, I'm trying to have a hard time doing that because I think it was a couple podcasts ago I was talking about how like there's some Scream movies that are like, you know, less tier, but it's like that's not true. I don't believe that because it's like I love all the Scream movies. And the same thing with the Mission Impossible. I try to like, you know, pigeonhole them like a Scream movie or the Mission Impossible movies. I try to pigeonhole them back, but it's like, no, all the Mission Impossible movies are awesome. It's like I can't say they're bad. It's like if you love a movie, admit you love the movie. Don't hold it back by saying, "Oh, it's a guilty pleasure." It's like, no. If you like the movie and you get, you know, entertainment from that, you like the movie. You know, like Batman and Robin. For years I consider that like a guilty pleasure, but it's like, you know, I enjoy the movie. I like it. I'm going to say I like it. I'm trying to get past. I'm trying to accept liking movies and trying not to shit talk them because there was like honestly, like right immediately after that podcast was over, I was like, why did I say that? Because I think I was talking about like Jurassic Park 3 and like Mission Impossible 3 how they're like lower tier, but it's like, no, fuck that. It's like I like Jurassic Park 3. I like the Spinosaurus. I like Paul Kirby. I like Amanda and Eric and all that. I like Mission Impossible 3. I like when he's like running. I like the Philip Seymour Hoffman shit. I love the cheesy music at the end. I love that movie. I'm going to say I love that movie. So I'm trying to get past the guilty pleasure and holding movies back. You know, it's like Godzilla 1998. It's like, I love that movie. Even though it's kind of guilty pleasure, but it's like, I like that movie. It's kind of shit, but I like that movie. So I think that answers your question. So if you want to know what guilty pleasures are, independent. Anything Roland Emmerich, that's like a guilty pleasure. Like White House Down, guilty pleasure. But I'm trying to be open to liking movies more and not trying to hold them back. I'm kind of using this live stream to like learn to give in to my movies I like. I enjoy Jingle All the Way. Put the cookie down. Yes. I watch Jingle All the Way every Christmas. It doesn't tire me out. Jingle All the Way isn't fantastic. Enjoyed Independence Day and Godzilla in 1998. Glad I'm not alone on that. Dude, I have a wonderful story about Godzilla 1998. So, like, I had a field trip and we went to the Buffalo Museum of History Science and I saw the dinosaur bones. And I was like, yes, the dinosaur bones. They have like a Triceratops and like a Allosaurus, whatever the hell it's called. It's not the T-Rex, but it's like the little smaller one. And this was back in the day. They didn't have much dinosaur stuff. And I loved all the dinosaur stuff. And then my mom surprised me. That answers that question in that box. Greatest surprise. So my mom surprised me. She came to the Science Museum. She picked me up. She signed me out. And then immediately after the Science Museum, she took me to see Godzilla 1998. And I thought it was like the greatest movie ever. And I loved it. And it's always, that memory is stuck with me forever because it was basically a dinosaur day where I went to the Buffalo, History of Science Museum and then went to see Godzilla 1998. And it was like one of the best things ever. I probably even got some toys that day, honestly, because I have a lot of those Godzilla toys. And it was like one of the coolest experiences was that day. But yeah, I love that. It's funny seeing Aquaman 2 a few days before the US did. I watched it, enjoy it, saw everyone on the internet hate it. It cracks me up when they like hate on DC movies. It's like, leave them alone. Leave the DC movies alone. It's like we already know if you're going to hate it, you're going to hate it. Because there's some people on the internet who I still love, but like they always complain, and it's like if you don't like the movie, don't see them. You know what I mean? It's like life is too goddamn short to complain about movies. Just go see them. Gotta love Billy from Jurassic Park 3. Hell yeah, Billy. I'm so waiting for Mattel to make Jurassic Park 3 toys, other than that white Velociraptor. It's like, please, for the love of God. I rate movies based on my own enjoyment, not technical merit. That's why I gave The Room a 9 and Enter the Void a 3. I know I have a hard time like rating movies because I know there's some people out there who go by my ratings like a real rating system, but it's like I have that thing in my head. Like, it's like, to me, like a 5-star movie is like, I'm going to buy the DVD. I'm going to watch it all the time. 4-star, I'm going to watch it twice in the theater. 3 stars, it was fine. Wouldn't recommend it. 2 stars is like, nope. And like 1 is like, waste my time. I never give any movie like a 1 star. Cause like, it's like almost every movie is worth seeing, because I don't complain about movies. Like if I do complain about movies, it's usually like some like little technical aspect or something, but it's nothing too much. Give me a Billy figure with a deployable parachute. Dude, even if it's like a solid one for a display, I would take that. All right, let's get to the unboxing. So first thing, oh my God. I just realized my scissors are not in here. They're in the living room. But I'm going to be dangerous. I got one of these. I don't know how to open it because it's dangerous. Okay, it says lock, open. Okay, it's open now, right? Oh, God, I'm going to cut myself on live stream. Oh, shit. What is it? Oh, God. Got one of these X-Acto knives. I'm going to hurt myself. Guys, I'm going to hurt myself. Oh, God. I'm going to vomit. Oh, God, I'm going to vomit. I'm going to put it to the side. So the first thing I'm going to open up here is this G.I. Joe, what do you call it? Baroness from the movie. And the reason I got this is because I have like 2 of these already, and she was only $4.99 at Ollie's. And she comes with like tons of great, like, props and stuff. And I love her character from the movie. She comes with glasses, a gun with a detachable silencer. But honestly, this is like one of my favorite action figures ever. It's the reason why I bought a 3rd one, because I just love her. And she was only $4.99. I love Baroness in that Snake Eyes movie. This is like the perfect action figure. And she has like the greatest accessories. And you got to be careful with her accessories because they do come apart. So this is her gun. This is her gun. And it comes with a detachable silencer. So you got to be like real careful with her gun. And then she comes with these blades that are really cool. Comes with 2 of these. Oh God, don't lose them. Don't lose them. And she comes with a pair of glasses. Little tiny pair of glasses. But I love her accessories. That's the reason why I got her. And she was perfect. Okay, we survived that. I didn't cut myself with the X-Acto knife. Oh my God. Scary. Oh my God. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to unbox is the Michael Myers Barbie, aka They Try to Break Her Out Barbie. Yeah, there we go. Getting tons of reflections here. Reflections of how I used to be. But yeah, this is, I call her Michael Myers Barbie because she's wearing like the jumpsuit. But it's from the movie when they what do you call it? They unbrainwash all the Barbies. I wanna push you around. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. I wanna push you around. Yeah. Oh God, this is gonna be so difficult with the X-Acto knife. Oh shit. I'm gonna cut myself right on the live stream. Oh Christ. Okay. Oh my God, I'm scared, guys. I'm so scared. I'm scared. Hold my hand, Captain Iron Dog. I'm scared. Oh God. It's both easy and terrifying. Oh God. I wanna push you around. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Oh God. It's so easy. It's scary though. Ah, that's like the easiest Barbie I've unboxed on the show. But it was terrifying the entire time. Okay, here she is. This is Jailbreak Barbie. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak. Yeah, that's when she goes to the Barbies and all that, and they what do you call it? They tell them like, no, you're Barbie, you know. You know what? I'm surprised they haven't announced an Alan Barbie. Bring back Alan. She's got like a little piece of plastic on the back of her head, but I'm not gonna move it because it's what's keeping her glasses on. And you can't really even see the plastic. It's not too bad. I'm gonna leave it on. Oh, that's cool though. I do like this Barbie. I do like this Barbie. It looks like so like cool, like stylish. Rainbow styling. That's so cool. Oh man, the Barbie I really want to get. I'm sure I'm gonna do it. It's the one when she's wearing her blue outfit. When you know when she gets depressed and like she's like rolling on the ground and she's wearing that it's almost like an Easter hat with like a nice like Easter egg color, like a robin egg color. I want that Barbie. Holy smokes. I still need to buy scissors. Dude, scissors are so important. Holy smokes. Everyone needs scissors. Right now, my scissors are on the kitchen table with all my Christmas card stuff. Knife of exact zero. Just don't poke yourself. I know, like it's terrifying me. Hold my hand. 5 months after Barbenheimer, I still don't know which movie I like more. I still have to rewatch Barbie since I got it on home video. But right now, it's Oppenheimer for me. Yes. And here we go. The next toy I'm going to unbox is Hawkman. This is for my 90s shelf. Right here, for those who don't know, I have a 90s shelf. Oh, can I roll back? Hang on. Let me roll back. Hang on. I got to roll back. Roll back. Okay, there we go. So I have a 90s nostalgia shelf here. We got a flashlight. Let's put a light on the subject. So over here, I have a Superboy, a Catwoman, Green Lantern, and a Supergirl. And that's like my 90s nostalgia right there. So those are based on comic books I had as a kid and action figures I had as a kid because the Superboy was part of the Kenner collection of Superman toys. And the Catwoman is from one of like, I think she was like one of my first comic books I ever owned. So I have her there. Same thing with Green Lantern. He was like one of my first comic books I ever owned, especially the Kyle Renner. I think that's his name. Is it Kyle Renner? I might be mistaken the actor's name. But yeah, that's like my 90s nostalgia. And this Hawkman goes with my 90s nostalgia. There was a toy line called Total Justice by Kenner, where like all the superheroes are all super buff and ridiculous looking. They're like, I would compare them to like Maximum Sweat figures from the WWE because they were just so ripped. And I had some of those as a kid, including I think I had this Hawkman, but this Hawkman figure is almost exactly like that freaking toy, that Total Justice toy. Oh God, hold my hand, Captain Iron Dog. I'm gonna cut myself. I'm gonna cut myself. Oh my God. Ah, it's easy and yet it's fucking terrifying because I don't know if the blade's on correctly because I don't use this so often. I'm gonna hurt myself. Oh my God. Ah, Jacob DreamWorks, save me. Oh my God. Ugh. It's hilarious. Like, this is so much easier, but like, it's terrifying the shit out of me. Because I'm going to cut myself. Oh my God. Ah. So there he is, Hawkman. This is straight up like freaking Total Justice era. He's ripped, he's buff, he's huge. This is definitely like an update from that Total Justice toy line from the 90s. And I was so stoked when I found him in the store. Because he's perfect. Like this figure, this Total Justice Hawkman right here is perfect for my 90s shelf. Holy smokes. There's that. He even comes with the cool wings. Okay. So putting the wings on. On the wings of a smoky, covered with snow. There we go. Okay, wing on. And then the other wing. Oh my God. Okay, so funny story. So I was looking at this and I thought the piece broke off. I was like, oh no, the piece broke off. But then that's the piece I was looking for. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay. Get him on there. Come on. Oh, his arm fell off. Shit, his arm fell off. Okay, where'd his arm go? Ah! Oh, jeez. How am I going to get there without making myself look like an ass? Okay, hang on. Hang on, Postcat. I got it. I got my old prop here. Come on. There we go. Come this way. Come here. Come here, little one. Okay. Just put his arm back on. Pop it back. Oh, come on. Come on, McFarlane. You got this. Okay, so it's just loose. Okay. It's on there, but he's loose. Okay. And giving him his weapon, his freaking club. Dude, this is so rad. Holy smokes. Yeah, I'm so excited for this to go on my shelf. Hawkman. Look at that. That's fucking badass. Yep, that's going on my 90s shelf. I swear to God, this looks exactly like that Total Justice. Pull it up, Jamie. Pull it up. Total Justice Hawkman. Sorry, guys, I'm quiet here because I'm looking it up. Looking it up. There he is. Okay. Present, share screen, Total Justice Hawkman. Okay, do you see it? Yep. Do you see him? That is awesome. That's the Total Justice Hawkman, exactly like this dude. Oops, forgot to take off the Sarah background. Sarah Miller. There we go. And see if I could do it. Like, does that work? Nope. Nope. Yep, there we go. Total Justice Hawkman. Yeah, Total Justice ruled. Yep, that's exactly like this. Thank you, McFarlane, for my Christmas this year. This is amazing. Okay, where do I put him so I don't lose him? Put on top of my cookies. My cookies. Let's see. We have, reminds me of T-Swift, T-Swift Barbie. She did the music video for Calm Down. Ooh, this is how I'm spending my Christmas. LMAO. Yes, perfect. This is great. Thank you, Christian, for watching this on Christmas. Sorry, XD. Let's see. Haven't seen either. Oppenheimer is also my number one. Oppie. Yes. Thank you, Christian, for tuning in this morning to this wonderful live stream. I'm sure there's other people watching this too. I got like 9 viewers. That's like more than ever. The next thing I'm going to unbox this Shawn Michaels. Whenever I see a Shawn Michaels figure, I got to get it because Shawn Michaels rules. I would go into my Shawn Michaels backstory, but like I already did that in the video. So if you go to my Chief Brody Rules, I did an unboxing of a Shawn Michaels a few years ago, and I explained all my history with Shawn Michaels. It's like a long story. It's like a freaking 20-minute video. But just know that I got into Shawn Michaels late in life, and when I did, I discovered that he's like one of the greatest freaking wrestler performers ever in the history of the world. He's like one of the best ever. And I remember in 2019, I went to a WWE SmackDown, I believe. I went to a SmackDown, and all the wrestlers got stuck in Saudi Arabia, so they had to throw together a show with whoever they had, and fucking Shawn Michaels was there. And like I had front row at that show, and seeing Shawn Michaels in person, front row at a SmackDown live in Buffalo. Oh my God, that is like, I remember seeing that and just like, oh my God, like I was so obsessed with Shawn. Like I love Shawn Michaels. He's like one of the coolest freaking guys ever. Like if you want to know what a good performer is, watch any of his matches. Holy shit, like he's the coolest. But yeah, so whenever I see a good Shawn Michaels figure like this one, like I gotta get it. So Shawn Michaels is like one of my favorite. There he is, Shawn Michaels. He was so fucking cool. Oh, he's so cool. Like the vest and the what do you call it? The chaps are removable, but I'm not taking them off because these are awesome. And he comes with an extra pair. Hang on, I don't know if I showed all the details good enough. So there's that, and he's got these chaps. Dude, when like Mattel WWE goes out, they go all out. Like they don't do this all the time, but when they do, it's awesome. Yeah, there's that. But seeing Shawn Michaels is like one of my top memories ever. That was so cool. I wish I could meet him like at a signature thing. I'd probably cry at that. Like I'd probably cry afterwards. I've noticed that I'm really strong when I meet celebrities. It's when afterwards that I cry. I think the closest I ever came to crying was definitely at the Scream event where I met all the Scream people, and then when I hugged Rose McGowan. I think that's like the closest I came to like breaking down right there. But I held strong. But yeah, this Steel City Con, this recent one, like afterwards, I was like an emotional wreck. And not because I was sad or anything, it was just because it's like meeting these people who I've seen in movies my whole life. Like the Alec Baldwin one really got me. Like holy smokes, like I met Alec Baldwin. I've watched Hunt for Red October my whole life, and I met the guy. Like that gets to you. Luckily, I held my own when I was there, but like afterwards, I was like breaking down. I was like, holy smokes! It was his first ever Comic-Con and whatever he was doing. But yeah. So the next thing I have here are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 3. You know, when they first announced these, I thought this was just going to be like one giant big pack from NECA, but then these dropped at Walmart, and I was like, holy smokes, I got to get these. So I have a little space over here that I made because the shelf over here was just going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. But now that I have these guys, I want to make room for these Ninja Turtles from Ninja Turtles Part 3. Let's see. I have no one to watch movies with. Becky, don't say that. You don't say that. It's snowing right now. I never had a white Christmas. Oh my gosh. This is a Christian and Kim Christmas. I'm going to retitle this. I'm going to call this a Christian Kim Christmas after it's over. Underrated Christmas movies. Let's see. Underrated Christmas movies. Long Kiss Goodnight for sure. Underrated. That's another Christmas movie. Underrated Christmas movie. I'm going to say The Forgotten Toys. It's like Bob Hoskins. He does a voice of a little teddy bear. I should explain it before I open this and make tons of noise. So, underrated Christmas movie is Forgotten Toys. I believe it was a pilot for a TV show that they did, but it's this little teddy bear. He wakes up on Christmas morning in a garbage bin. And he thinks his owners are playing a trick on him. And then in the neighbor's garbage bin is a little Raggedy Ann doll. And she wakes up and says, Teddy, don't you understand? We've been thrown out. It is Christmas morning. We have been replaced. And he's like, no, that's impossible. I'm their favorite toy. And then it slowly starts sinking in for him because the garbage truck starts coming. So they have to jump out of the garbage truck. And it's like a little half an hour adventure, but they meet like this little abandoned dog. And it's so sad because this little teddy bear is voiced by Bob Hoskins. So it's like that British voice. And he's trying to convince himself that he's not a forgotten toy. And he's trying to revive himself. He's like, how about I'm an army bear? And he puts on like this little tin like bowl on his head. And he puts on these little army boots. And he has like a little plunger or something in his hand. And he says, tell me when you see an alien, when you see one. And like, it's so sad. And then like they get flooded in the basement because the dog gets like chained to a pipe, so the basement gets flooded. So the little doll has to rip her dress to let the dog. Oh God, I'm gonna get emotional. She has to let the dog know that they're still alive. And then I think somehow they end up at the garbage dump, and they're just like lost, and like it's so depressing. And then there's this old man who looks like a Santa Claus, and he's picking up these toys. And he stitches them up and he cleans them up and he leaves them at the school. And at the school, the teddy and little doll are sitting at the opposite ends, and all the kids come out and they're so happy. And then doll disappears, and the last thing the teddy goes, he's like, Annie, and then he disappears, and then they get on the school buses. Oh my God. It's like, I think it's like only 30 minutes. It's not a long cartoon, but like, that's like one of my favorite underrated Christmas specials. Oh my gosh, The Forgotten Toys, because they find new homes because they get cleaned up. But it's so sad because the little doll disappears and the little bear's like, Annie, don't go. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. And then the other underrated one that's probably also going to get me teary eyed is A Very Merry Cricket. It's by Chuck Jones. It's about this cat, this mouse, and this little cricket, and they realize New York City is shit. Like, this is like 1970s Taxi Driver, New York City. It is shit. This cat and mouse are like, we need to do something about this. We need to remind New York City what Christmas is all about. We need to find our cricket friend, because there was like a previous cartoon where the cricket got famous for playing his thing. So he has like a radio gig. He's like a DJ out of Connecticut. So this cat and mouse go to Connecticut, and they run into like, some other odd and end things, but they go get their cricket friend, and the mouse gets eaten by another cat. So they have to save the mouse, and then the cat gets frozen, and they have to catch the train, and they're almost going to miss the train. So the cat has to take some bark from the tree, and the cat, the mouse, and the little cricket have to go to the train, and they get on the train. They go to New York City, and it's pure 70s New York. Nobody gives a fuck. And what do you call it? They're trying to figure out what to do. And all of a sudden, the power goes out in New York City. All the lights shut down. All the noise stops. and all they can hear is the cricket, and he's playing his little wings, and everyone puts on candles, and for once, everyone is united in New York City on Christmas Eve or whatever, and they all sing like carols, and that's how it ends. It doesn't even have like a solid ending. It's just the cricket, playing Christmas tunes, and it just shows like sketch drawings of New York City coming together. That's one of my favorite Christmas specials. So I'll say those two. Those two are my favorite underrated Christmas specials. And then the other one, Long Kiss Goodnight, is an underrated Christmas movie. But yes. Frank opening his Christmas presents. Yes! A very Christian Kim Christmas. Okay. So now that I talked about my underrated Christmas things and did my crying bit, I'm going to open up these ninjas. Oh my God. These are so cool. It's so dorky. Oh, thank you, NECA. Thank you, NECA, for these toys. Toys that I thought I'd never see in my whole lifetime. It's been a long time since I've seen Ninja Turtles 3, but I do remember liking it. Liking it enough where I'd buy these toys when I'm older. Look at this. This is some Wallace and Gromit shit. Look at their teeth. I love it. That's incredible. Look at all that detail. Look at all that detail for these action figures. Hang on, Christian. I gotta take your comment off the screen. I gotta show the people. The people. I've got to show the people the Ninja Turtles 3 toys. Look at that. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Look at all their freaking details. Yep, there's that. There's Mikey. Oh, God. Hold my hand, Captain Iron Dog. I don't want to cut myself. Becky, protect me. Send me kitty memes, Becky. Protect me, Becky. Oh, God. Protect me, Becky. Oh, my gosh. And we have Leonardo. He doesn't have a big giant smile, so he kind of looks normal. Oh, he's got it on his face. I should have brought Kleenex. I hear myself sniffling. And there he is, Leonardo. Look at all that detail. That's so cool. I'm sniffling. Thanks a lot, Shane, for it. You made me ink. You made me ink. Please tell me I got Kleenex or something in here. Please tell me I got Kleenex or something in here. I don't want to wrap it up, but I might have to because I don't want to do this with a runny nose. Damn it. I should have brought Kleenex in here. I always cry at these things. I should have brought Kleenex. Okay. How long am I doing this? 2:27. Okay. Okay, so I showed off Leonardo and Mikey. So this one's Raph. That's his name. Raph and Donatello. I finally learned how to say it from Anthony. He said it today on that he said it on that podcast he was on for Jingle All the Way. Oh my God, they even have their little samurai masks. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, hold my hand, Becky. I don't want to hurt myself. Becky, hold my hand. Becky, please. I'm begging you. Okay, thank you, Becky. Protect me, Captain Iron Dog. Okay, good. Thank you. Here we go. Another open. Oh my God, their helmets come off. I don't want to lose their helmets. Jesus. Dun, 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 dun. Look at their teeth. That's some Aardman shit. Donatello. Look at all that detail. That's so cool. Dude, I got these like a month ago. I've been waiting to open these things. Holy smokes. I love them. Man, these are so cool. And he's Raph. Look at that. That's so cool. I kind of want to watch the third movie now. I'll probably do that after this. Either I'm watching the third movie or I'm going to throw in like some freaking random action movie like Long Kiss Goodnight or some shit. Oh man, I'm a mess. I don't have any Kleenex either. Thanks a lot, Shane. You made me ink. Let's see. Nope. Damn it. Ah, I don't want to wrap up, but I might have. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here's my travel case. Please tell me I have Kleenex in my travel case. Nope. No, I cleaned out my travel case too. Why am I so responsible? Shit. Alrighty. Let's see what else we got here. Holding your hand. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to put my blade away. I'm done opening things so I don't cut myself. Thank you for holding my hand, Captain Iron Dog and Becky. Your love is appreciated. God, I want to hurt myself. I hurt myself today so I can open my toys from the pain. What have I become? My sweetest friend. There we go. It's all put away. Okay, it's all good. Okay. So is there anything else I need to talk about? Because I opened all my figures. I would show all these things, but I don't want to lose. They have their little samurai mask and weapons and capes, but I really don't want to lose them. I really don't want to lose them. But see, I'm a huge fan of the new line TMNT movies from the 90s. Totally. So, Uriel, I have the TMNT 2 toys. Oh, God. I'm leaking. Gross. Okay, so I have the TMNT 2 toys over here. And I have, what do you call it? I was going to call him Elias Cotes. That's his real name. Why do I remember the actor's name, but I don't remember the character's name? Casey Jones. I have Casey Jones over there with April O'Neil and the TMNT 2 toys. They're behind the Barbie. The Barbie is my decoration for Christmas. She's wearing the Christmas Story outfit. Hang on. I guess I could show it closer to that. Hold on, Foscat. My little Christmas decoration. Hold on, Foscat. Hold on. There she is. She's wearing her Christmas Story onesie. And she's like the superposable Barbie, so she can do like all the poses. So I have that. But yeah, over there is my TMNT. Hang on, let's put a light on the subject. Illumination television. There we go. Get the comment off the screen. Look, I have the TMNT 2 toys right there. They're in the New York City shelf. I consider that the New York City shelf. And these Ninja Turtle 3 toys right here. These ones right here, the new ones I just got, will be going on the Guardians of the Galaxy shelf right over here. So that's what I love the Ninja Turtles, though. Just have a very Merry Christmas. Oh, Becky! Becky! I love Becky. She sends me all the cat videos. Follow her on Instagram. Okay. Do I have everything? Everything's open. Any other questions? Anything I need to bring up? Let me check my little checklist. Okay, my checklist. Let's see. Christmas cards, process, Rankin Bass, older toys. I guess I don't really need to talk about that. That's fine. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, yes. Okay. Everyone wants me to wrap it up. Okay. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a blast answering your guys' questions. And not answering some of your questions. I apologize for that. Like the MCU stuff. Like honestly, like I'm a DC guy. If you've asked me anything, I'm a DC guy. I got all this DC stuff. I'm a DC guy. Love the movies. If you watch the movie, learn to love them. If you love the movies, there's no bad one, honestly. So if you like Jurassic Park 3, love it all the way. Don't call it bad. If you love it, you love it. Enjoy everything. Find the positives in life. What do you call it? T. Hamill. Next year, hopefully, I'm into the Christmas card drawing, and you are into it too. So let's do that. Let's make friends happy for Christmas. Let's do that. I think that's about it. Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Christian Kim. A very Christian Kim Christmas. Shane Ford, Uriel, and then let's see who else was here. Captain Iron Dog. Matthew Robinson popped in for a little bit. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Juliana. That's my mom. Thank you for tuning in. Jacob Dreamworks. You're the best. You're the greatest. And anyone else who's watching. nephews, friends, anybody. Thank you guys. And before I head out, let me put my little Christmas hat on. Snoopy Kung Fu. Thank you guys. And a Merry Christmas to everybody. And a goodwill to all men. So, thank you. We're just innocent men. We're just innocent men.